Good evening. What a good bunch of kids. Good job. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Caldwell Middle School Awards Program. We have a great group of scholars and athletes this year that represent our school well, and it's exciting to celebrate their accomplishment. The end of the 2021 school year and the entire year was definitely one that will always be remembered. Congratulations to all these students for rising to the challenges and adapting to the changes to the end of the school year successfully. I'd like to thank the Blue Jay backers for their help throughout the year. They are great at helping with any needs the school has, and I'll always do whatever it takes to make things special for the students. Thank you. I'll start this part of the awards banquet with the Keisha Citizenship Award. There will be 2 Keisha Citizenship Awards, one for a male and one female for the 8th grade student. This is voted on by the staff and is based on respect, responsibility, and reverence. The award is presented to a student that shows excellence as an exemplary young citizen who has demonstrated a marked respect for country, assumed responsibility for improving school and community, and has shown reverence for life. The young lady, and when I call your name, please come up here to the front. The young lady receiving the award for this year is Peyton Stevenson. Right there, that's perfect. Turn and face that. The award for the young man goes to John McVeigh. Congratulations.
I am here to present the academic letter winners for the school year. The criteria for this is to average out a 3.3 grade point average for the first 9 weeks of the school year. So if I say your name, please stand. 8th grade, Jackson Patanti, Billy Brown, Layton Carruthers, Piper Crumbless, Maddie Doyle, Lainey Henry, John McVeigh, Tyler Rowley, Peyton Stevenson, Robert Willard, and Jasmine Young. And the top 10% of this class for this school year is John McVeigh and Peyton Stevenson. The 7th grade academic letter winners: Jesse Cooper, Brecken Hutzler, Ashton Mason, Bruin Mayo, Ava Newell, Ella Risley, Emma Rohrbach, Ava Stanfield, Lily Strakansky, Sarah Townsend, and Jagger Turk. The top 10% for the 7th grade for this school year: Ava Newell and Jesse Cooper. The 6th grade academic letter winners for this school year: Matt Blosser, Keelan Eaton, Zach Eaton, Raina Jarvis, Lily Little, Jack Snoys, Colt Schmidt, and Brianna Stefanski. And the top 10% for the 6th grade class for this school year: Matt Blosser and Brianna Stefanski.
Good evening, I'm Dan Chisholm. The program says instrumental music, but we should also include vocal music because I was blessed with a wonderful group of 6th graders that just sang angelically this year, and they've been a joy to work with. So I'd like to start with them. If you'd please stand when I call your name. Mac Blosser, Bradley Brown, Keelan Eaton, Zach Eaton, Raina Jarvis, Micaiah Kenner, Lily Little, Lily Lopez, Jax Noyes, Tristan Owen, Colt Schmidt, Taya Scott, and Bree Strakansky. Good job. And go ahead and have a seat, and I'll call out 6th grade Dan. You get a little exercise today. Keelan Eaton, Zach Eaton, Raina Jarvis, Lily Lopez, Jax Noyes, Tristan Owen, Colt Schmidt, and Bree Strakansky. finally, we have 7th and 8th grade band. I know Jackson Batante's not here. He moved about a couple of weeks ago, but he's been in band all year, so I do want to mention his name. Also, my 7th graders, Rihanna Mason, Beth Morrow, Ava Newell, and Sarah Townsend. If you'd stand, please. Thank you.
If you participated in Scholars Bowl this year, please stand. So I had 16 go out this year, and I am able to take 12 for me. All right, you can sit back down now if you want. So everyone was able to participate in at least one meet. And we have a short season to begin with, usually 4 or 5 meets. We attended 2 due to weather or COVID or some other reason. So we went to 2 meets out of 4. And usually with middle school, it takes us a few meets to kind of get comfortable to hit the buzzer and answer some questions. But fortunately, we didn't have that. I had quite a few 6th graders come out, and they were not afraid to hit that button. So I am hoping that they come back next year and bring some friends with you. That would be fun too. So on average, we were averaging about 2 questions per kid per meet, and it's 16 questions around. So we didn't bring any hardware home, but they competed quite well, and I am proud of them for that. So 6th and 7th graders come back. 8th graders, go hang out with Mr. Greenlee and do high school Scholars Bowl. All right, thanks.
We had 6 representatives from the Caldwell Middle School for cross country this year. They would stand up for me. We had Jesse Cooper, Tim Stevenson, Emma Rohrball, Matt Glosser, King Kennard, and Keelan Eaton. I see 3 of them here anyway. Okay. This year we had quite a few 6th graders, newcomers. Jesse was a newcomer with us as well, so they all had to learn how to run a mile. It's not the easiest thing to do. But I was proud to say that each and every one of them was able to actually complete that race probably mid-season without walking. So that is a big accomplishment. I always encourage these kids to come out and personally try to work on getting first place, but try to improve themselves. And I think every meet these kids did that. It was definitely a challenge throughout the year with wearing masks half the time, but these kids prevailed very well with that. I'd like to thank Quincy Ward for her help. I think she's here tonight, but she was basically the mother figure for these kids. I don't have very many mothering skills, and so she kind of took them under her wing and really helped to work with them a lot. And so it was a very enjoyable season with that. So again, thank you for your participation, and we look forward to seeing some of you next year. Thank you.
Hi, can I have the boys middle school basketball participants go ahead and stand real quickly? We had a challenging schedule this year against a lot of teams that were essentially a lot older than us, and if you look at wins and losses, not necessarily great years if we look at that, but if we look at smaller players going against much bigger players and not backing down, those are the players that I want to have around with me. So these guys battled every day and battled against a lot of times a lot bigger players. Our success at wins and losses was not great, but every one of them at least got better this year. And if you could just have people get better each year, towards the end they'll actually get closer to their potential. I would go to battle with any of these guys because I would ask them to do something, they'd go in and do it, even if they knew they had to go up against somebody much bigger, much stronger to get something done. So these are battle-weary middle school basketball players. Next year, obviously, it's going to be going nowhere but up, okay? Good job, guys.
Junior high girls basketball team, please stand up. You can sit down now, I'm not going to make you stand the whole time. This year's junior high Lady Jays varsity basketball team ended the season 2-9, while the junior varsity team was 4-1. We had some tough challenges throughout the year, including a couple quarantines. as most of you had to do, my wife and I probably saw a little too much of each other during the middle of the winter quarantines, and we did miss some games also. 8th graders, proud of you, came a long way. You did a good job of stepping up and leading while the 7th and 6th graders helped out in some key areas. I look forward to seeing the 8th graders next year, and I think they'll do great things for the high school. But that means some of these younger girls are going to have to step up and do some really good things for the middle school. Both Mrs. Roop and I were very pleased with the improvement and dedication that the team showed throughout this year. I was also impressed to see the team bond together as one team and overcome adversity to complete a good season. I would like to thank all the bus drivers, athletic director, Jordan for being in it, and everybody else for being in every game, and Mrs. Roop for your help throughout the years. Thank you.
I would like the middle school volleyball girls to stand up, please. Well, this year was a challenge, starting with worrying about whether we were even going to get to have a volleyball season, when or if we were going to be quarantined, and if we would have enough players to play. With every challenge, these ladies met it head on, and we went on to have a very successful season. Coach Mayo and I both agree that coaching these girls and getting to spend time with them was the reason that the first several months of this crazy school year were manageable. They helped us want to come to school to do our best each and every day. They probably didn't know that, but it's the truth. So thank you, ladies, very much. We have 3 Lady Jays that will be transitioning into high school, and they will be deeply missed. They came in at the beginning of the season quiet, well, not Maddie, but and a little unsure, but they quickly stepped up and led and pushed their team to do their very best. Ladies, please keep pushing yourselves and continue to go out for volleyball so Coach Eckerman can have the pleasure of getting to know your beautiful spirits and enjoy you as much as I did these last 3 years. 7th grade Lady Jays, you will be stepping into the leadership roles this next year, and I know you will thrive in that role. Coach Mayo and I are expecting great things, and I know that you guys, girls will deliver. 6th grade Lady Jays, you all made great gains during the season, and you worked so hard to improve your skills. Things will come easier next year, but I will expect you to still do hard things and to do your best at all times. I look forward to another great year with you, and thank you for giving volleyball a chance. Please talk it up to the 6th graders coming in, and let's round up some of those girls so we'll have a big team. Parents, I would like to thank you for sharing your girls with us and for always supporting us with snacks, meals, and when possible, your presence and cheering us on. This has been a tough year for you also, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you. Also, thank you for our bus drivers. We mainly have Miss Melissa most of the time, and she did an amazing job, and the girls, we just loved her, so and we miss getting to see her every day, or all the time when volleyball season was over. And also thank you for our administration for all your hard work. The tickets I know were kind of rough getting them passed out, but you always made sure that we had them and we could get them passed out. And parents, thank you also for sharing those tickets, and you were always open to help everybody get there that wanted to be there, so I appreciate that. I look forward to next year's ladies, and good luck.
Would the cheerleaders please stand up? We had a fantastic year. The girls spent the summer working outside in the heat, in masks. The girls never complained once. They worked so hard and put great effort in. I truly enjoyed working with each of the girls. During football season, the girls got to go over and cheer with the South Haven Middle School cheerleaders. This allowed the girls to make new friends, make many memories, and the importance of giving every member of our squad a voice. The girls rocked basketball season from the stands while wearing masks. I am so proud of your dedication and hard work and for sticking with me. I am so thankful for each of you. Finally, I would like to say thank you to the parents for entrusting your daughters with me this year. And that is all. Thank you.
You can sit down. Thank you, guys. I was hoping someone was going to give you a round of applause, but Our junior high football this year was a very, very successful year in a lot of ways. We finished the year 5-2 as a record, really, really good record. But probably the most proud I am of these young men is the fact that we had about half of our team who decided to play football and never played football before. So there's a lot of normal things that you've got to go over when you teach junior high football, but teaching just basic terminology and those types of things was all new for me as a coach. But they picked up on it really, really well and really quickly, and our record there shows that. I think most of them will probably tell you after our first game, we went over to Westfield and we got our tails kicked. I think it was kind of a shock. Oh, this is something different. But I've told them this all year. You know, I don't care about wins and losses. I care about if we're going to get better. Are we enjoying this game, and can we improve? I think they bought into that, and that improvement, building those fundamentals, led to the success when it came to the record. Second loss, the only other loss of the year was against Sedan in a very close game that we fought and we battled the entire game. I was extremely proud of the way that they handled that because one of our starters got hurt, and that's a hard role to fill, and we had kids step up and they did an amazing job. I'm extremely proud of these young men for doing everything they needed to do off the field, especially to keep our season going. We didn't have any issues with COVID, didn't have to have any quarantines, anything like that. We were lucky football guys, and that's because of the actions they took outside of football, and they took it serious, and I'm extremely proud of you young boys. 8th graders, I'm excited to see what you guys go on to do for Coach Blosser. He'll probably sit there and say, oh man, what did that junior high coach teach you? Absolutely nothing. I've got to start over from scratch. He usually tells me that every year at the beginning of the year. And you 7th grade boys and you 6th graders, go out, work hard, and have fun. It's an extremely enjoyable game. Go compete and continue to get better. Thank you.
Okay, good evening. I'm Coach Blosser, he said, and I'm the one who taught him, so that just says more about myself. So, I'm here to talk about middle school track, and if I could have those athletes stand up, I'd appreciate it. Have a seat, guys. Okay, middle school track is probably one of the most fun things that I do here at the school. I get to spend time with the middle schoolers who I don't see during the day and get to know them a little bit. As you know, track can be a little bit different of a sport where you go run and push yourself past a point you normally don't want to get past anyway. So it's always fun to see the smiling faces and energy that these young ladies and men bring to our practices after doing that. We had a lot of tears this year, some throwing up and some other things, but we worked through it all. We had a lot of kids PR. I think everybody ended up PR towards the end of the year to get their personal records, and they did a great job. We had a couple league champions as well in our league tournament. It was a great season for us. I look forward to seeing you guys move on to the high school as 8th graders. The 7th graders look forward to having you back, as well as the 6th graders. So thank you for a great season, and still come support our high school track team that has a track meet tomorrow at league, and then we host regionals on the 21st of May. All right. Thank you.
Well, in closing, I would like to sincerely thank all the people that made this year possible, to the parents for their support and encouragement of their children, to the teachers, sponsors, coaches, and staff for the endless hours of preparation and dedication to the teams and classes, to the custodial staff for all they do to keep our facilities in top shape and working extra hours during events, to the bus drivers for getting students to and from events safely and during many hours on the road and in the bleachers, to the students for making the school such an enjoyable place to be and allowing you to truly look forward to coming to work every day, and to the Blue Jay backers for all the support and events they run for both the students and sponsors. One last thing, even though I will not be here to watch watch you guys every day at school next year. I plan on watching a lot of events, so I look forward to seeing a lot of improvement next year. As we exit tonight, there will be packets which will have all your certificates out here, so please make sure you pick those up as you leave. And that concludes the middle school awards program. Thank you for attending.